Hello, it's Lucy from West 2, from very windy South Wales today. Rain's finally stopped, but we've now got the wind. I hope everybody's doing really well. Got a kiln unload for you today. Starting to get into kind of making fallen Christmas pieces now, so this is kind of the last of the summery stuff today. Before I get started, I'll just say hello to everybody. So, been catching up on lots of videos lately. So, seen loads coming in from Linda at Lindy Lou. So, hi Linda. Nat, Jane from Shoebox Studio, Jeanette, Audrey. So it's been busy catching up on everybody's videos. So there's some really wonderful stuff coming out at the minute. Yeah, so it's just hi guys, yeah, just looking forward to ready for autumn now. Kind of, yeah, had enough of the heat and the summer rain and all those things, so ready for some nice cozy jumpers and fires and more sort of reds and browns and oranges now. But yeah, so let's get started. I'll start with the couple of things that were not so great out of this load. First one is this one. So yeah, so I was watching Jeanette's video on slip trailing. Decided to give it a go. Now it looked fantastic right up until the point it came out of the glaze. So firstly, this is Amico Cherry Blossom, and it was 4 coats. Usually I do 4 coats because I don't like the patchy look, but 4 coats is obviously too much and has covered up a lot of the texture that was in there. Now, what I didn't realise, which I've now had to go and replace my big jar of slip, is that obviously my slip has been contaminated with black underglaze. So I had to start a new jar because we've had quite a lot of slip in there. Now, when it came out of the bisque, I obviously knew there was something going on with it. But it didn't look too bad, so I thought, well, it's been bisqued, we might as well fire it anyway. So I went and gave it a go. Yeah, and it's just come out. Just looks really muddy under that glaze. Might have been okay if the glaze wasn't quite so thick, but yeah, so we'll give that a try again. I really like this mug shape though. It's a new shape for me. So I'm really liking, so I'll definitely do more in that shape again. And then the inside is 2 coats of Spectrum Ginger, and then it had just a little bit of Flux Blossom on the rim, Amico Flux Blossom on the rim. So I'll definitely try that slip trailing again. I don't have the big fancy air pen, so I just used your standard bulb trailer, and it did work quite well. But yeah, so I'll try that again with some non-contaminated slip. And see if we can get a better result out of that. And obviously now we know that need to go a little bit thinner on the Celadon glaze on something like that, because the texture is very fine on something like that. But I love the inside. I love ginger though. Ginger's, it's just, it was a glaze that when it came out I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit nondescript, that colour sample, but actually it's become one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. Use it for all sorts. Next one was Sippy Straw Spiral Tumbler. Spiral was very subtle in this one anyway, and this one was 2 coats of Amico Honey Flux and 1 coat of River Birch, and then the top was 2 coats of Spectrum Tapenade and then 1 coat of Amico Blue Hydrangea on top. So I really like the combo. I really like the combo. But the reason this one isn't quite so good is because I obviously didn't make this hole in here quite angled enough. So now when you put the straw in, it gets jammed about halfway down. So unfortunately that one is a no-go, which is a shame because I actually really like it. Yeah, so just got to be a little bit more careful about the divots that you're putting in, and the angle of these holes. Just make sure that they are angled enough if you're using the metal straws so that you can get them right into the bottom, because otherwise they just get stuck. These two really simple little espresso tumblers, and they are just raw white clay at the bottom, and then 2 coats of alabaster and 1 coat of winterwood. And these are for a friend of mine, and he has one like this already that he's had for years and years, but he wanted a few more and asked me to just throw a couple for him. So yeah, so they'll be ready for him, which is nice. Sometimes just simple stuff is just really nice. You know, we do a lot of these fancy layered combinations, and then sometimes we forget just how nice glazes are on their own. So I had another sippy straw one. Need to make these a little bit taller, I think. They're just a bit out of, I feel like it needs to be a bit taller. So this one fits nicely with the straw, and then this is 2 coats of honey flux, 1 coat of river birch across the whole thing, and then 3 coats of black walnut, Mako black walnut on top. And I love this combination because it makes a kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. The light's kind of getting in the way a little bit, but it kind of goes a bit like crystallizes and goes a bit metallic-y in places, like a bit bronzy metallic-y, which is really cool. It's kind of, in places, almost looks a bit like June bug. So yeah, so really happy with that. But like I say, I just need to make the tumblers a little bit taller, I think. But it fits nicely. I've got a couple more tumblers. This one was straight-sided one, so I'm just having a bit of a play around to see kind of what design I kind of like with the tumblers. So this one's quite nice, quite simple but quite nice. And this is Kim and Seth's combination with the birch and cordovan. So I did the cordovan underneath, so, and I think it was 2 coats of cordovan underneath, 2 coats of birch over the whole thing, and then light flux. And I did 3 bands of light flux, and that is amazing. Absolutely love it. I love the drips on it. But Kim just comes up with just absolutely winning combinations, doesn't she? So yeah, so thank you, Kim, because I love that, and I will definitely be doing more in that combination. And then this one was a bubble version. So this was the Garrity Tools texture rib. So it's like a 4-sided rib, and one side is this, I think it has 4 ribs on it. And this is 2 coats of Spectrum Papaya, 2 coats of Fuzzy Peach, and then 2 coats of Poppy Fields on its own. So all slightly overlapping. Yeah, I love that combination. That is just summer. Love it. And then the inside is just papaya, and it fits nicely, that one. So I am very, very happy with that one. Yeah. What else did we do? So this one, hand-built mug, hand-built slab mug. So usually I avoid hand building slab mugs because I hate, it really annoys me when they warp out of shape. Really annoys me, but this one that's pretty round for a hand-built mug, so I'm quite happy with that. I also don't like on hand-built mugs when you try and fit the seams together. I just don't like the kind of the line that it makes. So I decided on this one to leave it and turn it into a sweater mug, because you can get away with having that seam on there then. And we've got some little star buttons. So the handle is the handle and the buttons, and inside is Albany slip brown. And I love Albany slip brown. I love the way that it just runs completely on its own. And then this is 3 coats of Firebrick Red. And then rim inside and out is Flux Blossom. Oh, it's 2 coats of Flux Blossom, I think. And the texture is the knit rolling pattern from Allegia's. Is that how you pronounce it? Allegia's Craft. Yeah, so I am super, super happy with that, considering I avoid hand building things like mugs because of the warpage. So yeah, I am really, really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. And then we had this one. This one's really cute. Really, really cute. So I found the, you can get them in all sorts of places, you know, off Etsy, off Amazon, whatever, but this is the Bakerology cutters. And this is their Highland cow one. And then he is done in stroke and coats. So this is Java bean. His nose and his horns are cashew later. The black in there is designer liner, black designer liner, and then his body, his hair was a bit of a mix of stroke and coats. So Java bean, and I think Java bean, cottontail, and orange appeal I think I used, and just mixed them together until I got vaguely the right colour that I wanted. Yeah, so he's super cute. Really, really happy with him. And this one is destined for a friend of mine because she's obsessed with cows. Absolutely obsessed. And then this combo is Mako root beer ×3, and then the honey flux and river birch combo on top. And I cannot remember where I saw that combo. So if it was you, please leave a comment. Because I love that combo. So yeah, and that video was talking about what should you name it, and it definitely needs to be root beer float. That combo definitely needs to be root beer float. But yeah, so I am absolutely delighted with that one. Really, really happy. And it is all ready to go off to its new home, so she's going to be very pleased with that. Butter dish. Was really struggling to know what to glaze this one with. Sat here for ages just looking at it. So it is Celadon Bloom on the Sabelco spotted throwing clay, and then just light flux on top. Really, really classic combination. Really lovely combination though. Yeah, so really happy with that. Really simple. Really, really simple. But yeah, it's just a really lovely combination. Then I tried 2 of the peony candle holders by Ceramics by Jazz. So this one is Spectrum Shallot, and on the edges is, what is it called? Berry Tart? Jungle Gems Berry Tart? Is it Berry Tart? Yeah. Yeah, Berry Tart. Which is a bit of a mouthful. But yeah, so they're cute. Very happy with those. But I think I did mine exactly to Jazz's video, but I think next time, or I have already made a few more of these because I've made the poppies for the church, and I've left this small one out, and I think probably I'll leave that small one out next time as well, because I think they're just a little bit too, needs to be a bit wider, there needs to be a bit more space in there. So I think I'll probably keep mine to 2 layers going forwards, but they are really pretty. Really, really pretty. Really simple to make. This is the other one. So the other one is, what is this? No, this is Fuzzy Peach and Pink Pixie. Yeah, so I'm super happy with how they came out. Very, very pretty. Yeah, so very pleased with those. I've got market coming up on Saturday. It is, well, it's Saturday now, so in a week today. So I just made some of the worry stones that Sarah Perrin did, and I know a few other people have done them since, and I just decided to put a little high fire wire in them, and I've ordered some little key rings, so I'm just going to put a keyring on them, because it just struck me as they're really nice little idea for a market. So I did 10 of them in total in various colours, so there's some stroke and coats and some normal glazes. So we've got grey paul, it was just whatever glazes I had out at the time, black walnut, cashew later, blue isle, maybe, I think, or maybe blue isle, and then possibly jaded. I'm not sure, I don't know. That one's pretty though, like that one. But it just struck me as that's definitely pearl white. They just feel like the kind of thing that it's a really lovely idea, but really easy to lose. So yeah, so I thought, oh, I'll just put high fire wire in them, and then we can turn them into key rings, much the same as we do with the little leaf aromatherapy things, so you can turn them into key rings or pendants or whatever you want. So I will be putting keyring attachments on those, and that'll be, yeah, they're just a nice little thing to have on the table. So thank you, Sarah, because brilliant idea. Next thing I made was bowls for the cats, because the cats are, bless them, still eating out of manky, trashy plastic bowls. So I thought it was about time, now that we've got a new one, to give them something nice. Can't do one for the dogs because the dogs would smash them. So this is Tonka's for a girl, and then this is Moe's for a boy. So this is Deep Sea, Amico Deep Sea, and this is Cherry Blossom, and they've both got pearl white on the rim, because I wanted to see whether they would do the same thing as the Storm and pearl white. Kind of, not quite as pronounced, but yeah, but they're nice simple plain dishes. So yeah, and their cats don't like getting their whiskers in their food, so they don't like high-sided bowls, so they're nice and shallow for them. Yeah, so hopefully they'll like those. Yeah, so nice. It's nice to have, rather than having the manky old plastic bowls that I've had down in the utility for them. It would be nice to have something a bit nicer for them. Next few. So this one is teeny tiny tiger. Teeny tiny tiger. So he is Colours for Earth. I think it's called Glacier White, and then I can't remember what the orange is called. It's just whatever the orange is, and then just designer liner, black designer liner on him, and then just zinc free clear on top. Because, and I know he's really random. But it's because my daughter likes to come up here and she likes the idea of making little clay animals. But the problem is she hasn't quite got the dexterity of 3 to make them yet. So she kind of squishes up little balls of clay and then calls it a tiger and leaves it on the shelf. So I kind of humour her a little bit, and then once she's gone back down to the house or whatever, I'll chuck that ball in the reclaim, and then I'll just make her a little rough looking tiger. So we've got a tiger to add to our collection. So far we've got a lot of dinosaurs, and now we have a tiger and some dinosaurs. So she was very excited when he came out of the kiln, very excited. And then I spoke, I think on the last kiln unload, I said that she'd been doing some pinch pots on her own. So these are her pinch pots. They are tiny, but she's only got tiny little 3-year-old fingers. I think she's done brilliantly, bless her. And these again were just Colours for Earth. And I just, because it's impossible to explain to a 3-year-old that, you know, something will need 3 coats. So I just decided to give her a little palette full of Colours for Earth, because they only need 1 coat. And then I just clear glazed them for her. So she was really, really excited for those. So, and she's determined that one of these is a present for Grandma, so Grandma will be very, very happy. Yeah, so bless her. Yeah, so it's nice to have her up here and working, and just the level of, when I said to her, when I put these in the kiln, and then, you know, we went to unload it, and I'd made sure they were on the top shelf for her. So I said to her, I was like, come on, let's go and unload the kiln. She was really excited about it. So this was the last thing that was in this kiln. You will have seen this on the thumbnail. So this was nice freeform hand-built bowl. So the base on this is, on the back is just pearl white. And then inside was 2 coats of pearl white, 1 coat of river birch, and then sort of random splodges. The bluey one is Autumn Purple by Spectrum, and this is Sangria. So yeah, so I am absolutely delighted with it. It has a couple of pinholes in it. It's seeming to be like the glaze that I'm having most issues with at the moment is pearl white pinholing. This time there was a giant pinhole somewhere on the back. It was an absolute whopper. There. More of a crater than a pinhole, if I'm honest. But that's okay, it's on the outside. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm probably not going to refire it because I'm very, very happy with it as it is now, and because the pinholes are on the outside, I'm not that worried. Yeah, although I can't decide which way up it should go. I don't know. It's pretty either way, so yeah, I'm very happy with it. I did have a chat with, I reached out to my contact at Nabatherm, who is very knowledgeable and incredibly helpful, bless him. So he helped me, he kind of went through some of my firing data with me, and then suggested some adjustments to my firing schedule to try and resolve the pinholes. Because the pinholes have become a problem since I changed my elements. So don't know why. Never ever had problems. Well, I had the odd one here or there, but never to the level that I have them now. So yeah, so we tried that schedule, and it's been significantly better. Still got problems in the pearl white, but everything else seems to be okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna sort of keep working on that basis, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, he was really, really helpful. But yeah, so that's it for today. Got market in a week, so more packing to be done. Yeah, haven't been up here loads doing a lot of making at the minute this week. Just other stuff on life has taken over. So I need to get back up here. Had done a couple of chip and dip bowls, but nothing huge. But yeah, so I'll get up here and start working a bit more, and then yeah, running out of stuff to glaze now, so need to crack on. All right, so I will let you go. So I need to go and crack on with some other stuff now. So got some making to do, got some Etsy admin to do, which is always fun. But yeah, so as always, thank you ever so much to everybody. Comments are always wonderful. And yeah, the subscriber count, I think I want to say was 327, which is just yeah. Yeah, I got it. It still blows my mind. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch and like and subscribe and comment. It really, I mean, I know most of us know, but it really does support makers when you do those things. So yeah, if you're not subscribed and you are watching, please do. I would really, really appreciate it. Other than that, I will see you for the next unload, or possibly the next chaos making session, we'll see. So yeah, so have a wonderful day wherever you are. Enjoy potting, have fun, and share your glazes. Thanks guys.